Hello everybody, welcome back to another art stream. I'm gonna work on more emotes today. You know, it's been a while since we worked on these emotes. I've been affiliate on Twitch for quite a while and still have not updated those emotes yet. So we're gonna work on more today. Hopefully, get some progress done. I'm kind of at a crossroads right now because like the first emote we did was this one, the lurk emote, which I think looks really good, but I don't know if I want to fully commit to shading every single emote for this channel. I don't know. I feel like just flat colors look better for emotes. I honestly think that. So it's like I feel like I might just take this and then just like, turn off all the shading layers. That's the word I'm looking for. All the shading layers. At the same time, some of the emotes we already started working on, like the lurk emote and the sleep emote, I'm not really feeling these anymore. I feel like we can do something better. Like, I feel like it's like this one, I feel like there's, like, I don't know, like, we definitely need to work on, like, more stuff with it. Because, like, even if I don't shade it, I should still add, like, the eye shines, I should add the thicker outline. Um, small tweaks, right? But I think today I'm just gonna work on the line art for this one, which this is a old emote that I already drew, but obviously we need to refresh everything, right? Because obviously this emote is not it's not as good as it could be. This is old artwork. We can do better. And like I don't even really have to redo like much of this, right? It's just like we're gonna keep the same general idea. I'm changing his hot cocoa to tea because kind of in my branding that we always have a good old cup of tea with us. Like we're British, we have tea. Um, so yeah, I'm changing it from hot cocoa to tea. I'm gonna change like the line thickness, and I'm gonna change some of the colors around, but generally it's gonna stay the same. Okay, it's just gonna look a little bit cleaner. So I don't know. Well, we can just start on this line work here, and we can see where it takes us, right? I hope everyone's having a good start to your week, though. A good Monday. I did not do art streams last week, and I was very sad, but I was very busy at the same time, so hopefully I don't have to cancel any streams in the future. We'll see, though. Well, I say that, but we are going to have to cancel the streams the last week of October, because I'll be on vacation. But that's a scheduled cancellation, so it's a little bit different, you know? Any hoosers. We can get started on this now. I'm actually having a pretty decent day. My weekend was very busy, very chaotic, very hectic. Today, though, it's been better. Today, I had some of my leftover Mexican food for breakfast, which was obviously delicious. I want to pull up this emote just to compare what brush size I should be using. That's not right. I think 17. Yeah, that looks about the same size. Okay. But yeah, had some delicious Mexican food leftovers for breakfast. I also, on my way home from the barn, because if you do not know, I work at a horse barn. On my way home from the barn, I went and stopped in at Goodwill, and I got another Pokemon plush for only $2, chat. $2 whole. Freaking amazing. If you're curious, it's a Bulbasaur plush, and it was kind of grody when I purchased it. It wasn't like too dirty, but it was dirty enough. It also, for some reason, had a phone number written on his belly, which I don't know why that was a thing, but it was a thing. And so I took some stain remover, and with enough elbow grease, I was able to remove all the stains from the Bulbasaur. And then I threw them in the dryer to get them all dry, you know, and it's in the name, dryer. But now he looks pretty much good as new, so I'm very happy for that. I'm always pleasantly surprised when I find Pokemon plushes at Goodwill. Like, every once in a while I'll stop in and I'll be like, you know what? Maybe today they have plushies. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes, whoops, didn't mean to pull this way out here. Sometimes they do have plushes and then I just don't buy them because either one, they're in, you know, not good condition, you know, condition that I can't necessarily fix easily, or two, Goodwill is charging way more than they should for them, and then I'm just like, it's not worth the price for the used plush, you know? Because there was a Pikachu Build-A-Bear there today as well, but it didn't have a voice box in it, and they were trying to charge $8. And, you know, $8 isn't too bad of a price, but it's not the best price, especially because, like, some of its stitching was starting to, like, come apart. Like, it was very clean, but the stitching was not, super greatly attached on the back of the head. I'm assuming that's where, you know, Build-A-Bear, you know, opened him up and then sewed him together to put all the stuffing inside. I digress, though. It was not worth $8, especially because, like, I have so many Pikachu plushies. Like, I really don't need more. Like, unless it's a really cool plush, which I have made exceptions for Pikachu in the past. I found a girl Pikachu that has the heart tail, and I was like, okay, gotta get that one, because I don't have a Pikachu with the heart tail. And then I found a detective Pikachu that's, like, electronic and has, like, the voice box and stuff in it, and it moves, and I was like, okay, for the novelty, I have to get this one as well. By and large, though, if I find a Pikachu plush, I'm probably gonna leave it, because it's like, Pikachu's cool, but he's not my fave. He's not something that, like, I'm like, oh my god, Pikachu! You know? I like Pikachu, but, you know, even I have to, you know, admit that he's not the best Pokemon. He's the mascot, he's cool, he has a lot of cool cards, but, you know, I don't need 50 million Pikachu plushies. I have quite a few, and I just don't think I really need more. I really don't. I really don't. I think I'm gonna make these hooves a little bit of a less thick line art size. Not anything crazy, just a little bit less thick. But yeah, I have actually an entire shelf on my bookshelves behind me, which you guys cannot see because I'm using my PNG tuber. But I have an entire shelf of just Pikachu stuff. Well, I will admit, there's some Pichu stuff on there as well, but it's mostly Pikachu. And it's like, no, I'm good. I don't need more Pikachu. Not today. The Bulbasaur, though, took that boy home with me. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea. I'm so happy I found that Bulbasaur today. I'm so happy with it. Like, because I swear, yesterday I was at Walmart and I was looking at their plushes and I was like, this is such a cute Bulbasaur plush. And I don't know if it's the exact same Bulbasaur plush as the one I saw yesterday, but it's damn similar. So it's like prophecy, you know, chat? The prophecy foretold that I needed another Bulbasaur plush, and my wish was granted. So, you know, can't complain. Can't complain. Because, you know, I definitely don't have too many plushies, right, chat? We can all agree that I need more plushies at all times. Forever and ever, I need more plushies. Is my Lumia stream not working? It hasn't sent an alert in a while. And I feel like it's not working. It says it's working. I'm gonna test it just in case. Because, you know, I hate when, like, I do an entire stream and then I look back and I was like, oh, my stupid moderator thing was not working. Okay, no, it's working. Thank God. Had to double check, though. Had to double check. Yeah, because sometimes people, you know, don't use my commands themselves, and I don't notice that my little command thing isn't working until the very end of the stream. We should do like a 12 here. Seems fitting. It's like I'm really trying to be better about differing line weights. I'm not great right now at line weight stuff, but you know, practice makes perfect, I guess. I am, though, excitingly, going to be taking some animation classes this next semester, so that'll be exciting. Right now, I'm signed up for Intro to Storyboarding, Intro to Computer Animation, and then I'm signed up for 2D Animation 1, which I would also, you know, if there's a 2D Animation 1, you must assume there's 2D Animation 2, right? There is, except I'm not allowed to sign up for it, because even though I'm an art major, I'm not specifically an animation major, so apparently I can't take the upper division animation classes, which makes me very sad. But you know what? At least I can take the basic classes, learn the basics of 2D and 3D animation, and then I can kind of just do what I've been doing for most of my life, which is teach myself the rest. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think it's gonna be very stressful, though. I will say that. So, you know, if I have to cancel streams in the future to work on my homework, that's why. Though, I will say, you know, I am taking art classes, so maybe I can just work on my assignments on stream. I think that's an okay thing to do. Because, you know, I'm doing art streams. Might as well work on my art projects on my art streams. I think that's fitting. We'll see, though. We'll see. I am getting a little daring taking 2 studio classes at once with Intro to Storyboarding and Intro to Computer Animation. But, you know, they're intro level classes, so they shouldn't be too demanding, right, chat? I hope so. I hope so. I kind of just want to do as much classes as I can before my scholarship runs out. Cause it's like I wanna take advantage, right? But my scholarship only lasts so long. So we'll see what I can accomplish. It's like I just want to learn as much as possible for free. Because, you know, college is expensive, and I'm not paying for college if I can avoid it. So as soon as my scholarship runs out, that's it. Time to graduate. Time to go. Because for those of you experienced in my streams, you may already know I already have a degree in architecture, which is an art-related degree. Because I don't really care what anyone says. Architecture is art. It's just there's no debating that for me. Like, it's design, and design is art. Like, you know, some buildings are more artistic than others, of course. But regardless, it's still art. But I decided that if I was going to go in a career that demanded a lot of me, like, because architecture demands a lot from a person. If I was going to go into that type of career, then I might as well just do art, because that's what I love to do. Art is my passion. It's not I don't know, a unique thing to say, I guess, because, like, duh, art is my passion. But it is, and I love drawing cute little characters, and sometimes not cute characters. Depends on my mood. But I love doing art, and I want to make more art for the world. I want to make stickers, and I just want to do art, which is not an easy thing to do. But with enough time and passion and dedication, I think I can get there, chat. I think I can get to a point where I feel, good enough that I can say, like, yeah, I succeeded in this. You know? You guys know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna make that a little bit thinner. Again, we gotta keep in mind our line weights, right, chat? See, like, when I was looking up reference images for a cozy emote, there were a lot of emotes where, like, I don't know, like, the folds on the blanket were, like, a lot simpler. And I debated going that route and, making it simpler, but I don't know. It was just, like, it just didn't feel like my kind of style. It's like I feel like I just needed to make it a little more detailed while also keeping it simple enough, because it is an emote. It's like there are not hard and fast rules to making emotes, but there are, suggestions to make emotes look better. Because, you're viewing them at such a small scale. You have to worry about readability and clarity and all of that jazz. So, try to do my best. That's all anyone can ask for, right? I can't decide if I want that to connect or not to connect. I think I want it to connect. Yeah, that should be good. I think I'm gonna redo this line. It is the woes of digital art that, we're allowed to redo and redraw the same line 50 times. Like, you might get a semi better result from redrawing the same line over and over again. At the same time, though, is it that much better to make up for the fact of like how many times it took me to redraw that same line? Mm, mm, I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't think so. But I am unfortunately somewhat of a perfectionist, so can't really help it. Okay. Yeah, see, the line weights on this are already like so much better than this. Because like literally all the line weights are the exact same on this. Like by and large the exact same, except for like some of these wrinkles in the fabric. But yeah, the anatomy is like a little bit better. The ears look better. Yeah, this is better. This is better. This is much better. I might try to like simplify the curves a little bit for the blanket. Not like a ton, but you know, simplify it a little bit. Gar, hello, welcome in. Thank you for that 3-month sub. Can you believe we've been doing art streams 3 months now? Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. I'm doing good though, thank you for asking. I am drawing my little donkey Max. Everything's always okay when I'm drawing Max. Like, he's just such a light in my life. There's no sadness when Max is out and about. How are you doing, Gar, though? How are you doing? I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Alright, waiting at the clinic for a vaccine. Ugh. Which one? When I got the COVID shot, my arm was like numb for like a day. It was freaking awful. I was not happy. I was like, can you please put it in the arm that's not my drawing arm so I can still go home and draw after this? I asked the same thing when they did like the IV when I went to the ER last year. I was like, can you put it in my other arm? I don't want to lose function in my drawing arm. Unfortunately for me, though, my veins are very small and finicky, so I don't really get to have a lot of say in which arm they, you know, choose to use. Okay, what do I want to do with this curve? once I get this vaccine, I'll rush over to GameStop. Yes, Gar, I will draw you something. I will draw, because I know, like, listen, we've done a lot of, like, sketch redeems for you, right? I will draw you something, like, for real if you get me these damn GameStop codes. This stupid GameStop made me so freaking mad, because I didn't know that, they restocked, right? Because, like, no one said anything that they were getting a restock, and then all of a sudden, Sunday morning, I see that they restocked. By the time I saw it, though, they were already sold out of everything. And when I was calling these GameStops, first off, they wouldn't pick up the phone for, like, ever. And then when they did pick up the phone, they were very rude to me, and I was not a happy camper with it. So, if you do, Gar, it would be super, super awesome. I didn't think it would be, like, this hard to get a stupid code, because I've never had trouble getting these things before. But, you know, when they only give 50 codes per GameStop, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to obtain things. Which, again, is dumb. They should not have done a limit of 50. They should have done a limit of, like, 200. Like, for real. There's no reason that they had to limit it like that. Like, absolutely no reason. Be lucky if I can get even one code. Hey, you know what, Gar? You gotta use the charisma. Be like, hey, yo, my poor streamer friend in the US, they need this or they'll die. Be like, you know, it's a Make-A-Wish thing. Like, she'll literally die if you don't give her these codes. You know, just guilt trip. A combination of Riz and guilt tripping. It'll totally work. Trust. It is also weird that, like, the US is the only place that is putting limits on the codes like that. It's like, again, why? Why? There's no reason for this. But, you know, Pokemon companies gotta make my life difficult. Again, for no reason. For absolutely no reason, except they can. That's it. Just because they can, they will. If I told them it was for someone else, they'd be fine with you dying. Yeah. Like, it depends, I feel like, on who you get, you know? Because sometimes you get an employee that doesn't care at all, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, here, have some extra codes, I don't care. Other times, you could get an employee that's, like, super stickler, and they're like, no, actually, that's against the rules, and I care a lot about my minimum wage job, so you actually cannot have these codes. I will say, I'm not gonna judge the employees that bad, because I do understand that it must be very annoying to be any kind of customer service person, especially one that has to deal with all of these Pokemon scalpers that have been, like, going around. It's not great. I'm sure it's not great. So, I will say I'll give a little bit of compassion for them. Just a little bit. Not too much compassion, though. Okay, let's see if I can draw this hair reasonably well. I don't know what it is about Max's hair that I just cannot seem to draw. It's like, sometimes it cooperates with me, and other times I just can't draw it at all. I don't know what it is, but it's an enigma for sure. The other thing about the codes too, right, is it's only good for one, either Miraidon or Koraidon. So it's like, which is also stupid, by the way. It's like just give both. But you know what? I'll have to decide. If you do get me one code, I'm gonna have to decide like which one that I want. It's like, do I want Miraidon or do I want Koraidon? I feel like I'm gonna go with Koraidon. They're both good shinies, but at the same time, you know, look at Koraidon. He's obviously the better shiny. Like, his shiny is like pure black with all the like colorful like feathers, and it's just like, yeah, like Miraidon's cool, I guess, with the silver, but not as cool. So, you know, I have to decide. I have to make that decision. You want the one that is mainly black? It looks badass. No, literally though, it like you can't deny that the black shinies look better. They're sick looking. Like, I don't know what it is about Pokemon. It's like they want to make bad shinies sometimes, because it's like you look at some shiny Pokemon, it's like, why did you do that? You could have chose any other good color scheme, and you chose that. Looking at you, Garchomp. Looking at you, Gengar. It's like, I don't know why they do that sometimes. I don't know why they choose to make it ugly. They do choose to make it ugly. Well, like, there's two categories of shinies, right? There's ugly shinies, and then there's shinies they just didn't try. Which I feel like the didn't try category is closer for Garchomp and Gengar. And it's like, I don't know if they chose lackluster shinies because they didn't want, like, the shiny to outshadow, like, the Pokemon itself? I don't know. It's dumb, though. It's straight dumb, though. Makes no sense to me. Oh, this is turning out so cute. He's so cute. Charcadet shiny or Flabébé shiny. Yeah, I was actually, funnily enough, like a week ago, I was hunting shiny Charcadet, and I somehow got 3 shiny Charcadets, and I don't even know how I got them all so quickly, and the fact that I even could, like, recognize that it was shiny, because the only thing different is the eyes, and Charcadet's a very, like, small to the ground Pokemon. So, yeah, I don't know how I accomplished that one. I also don't know how I accomplished getting a shiny Fanfy. That one was also a miracle. I was just looking at it and I was like, is that shiny? He seems slightly a different color. Just slightly. Just slightly. You know the other thing that's horrible about shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is there's so many shinies that are just very barely a different color, and it's exponentially hard to tell if a Pokemon is shiny because of the shaders in the game. So it's like, you know, the lighting effects and everything. It's like, okay, is that shaders or is that shiny? I can't tell. I physically just, I can't tell. You know, if they would have just did the thing from Legends Arceus, where the shiny makes a noise, the little like blink, you know, it would have fixed everything. It literally would have fixed everything. I don't know why they didn't do it. Again, because Pokemon Company hates me, I guess. That's what it really boils down to. They hate me specifically. They don't even know who I am, and yet they hate me. Yeah, and don't even get me started on Flabebe. I don't think I'll ever hunt Flabebe in Scarlet and Violet because of how horrible its shiny is, and like being able to tell which one is shiny is impossible in that game. I'll just transfer my shiny Flabebes from Pokemon Go. Like that's what I'm gonna do. I'd love for you to come to Otafest next year. I understand it's not an easy ask. Dude, I don't even travel to the next state over to go to conventions. I didn't even go to the convention in my state last year, this year, whatever you want to say. I'm kind of like disenfranchised. Is that the right word? I don't. Disillusioned is the word, not disenfranchised. I'm disillusioned with conventions lately. Like, there's so much money, and really for what? To dress up in a cosplay that I also had to spend money to make, and look at art that I could have just purchased online from the creators' websites directly. It just, I don't know. It was so much better when it was cheaper. But now it's so expensive that it's like, I gotta weigh the cost analysis benefit of like, is this worth it? And right now, kind of leaning towards no for conventions. Like every time I go to an art market, everyone's always like, "Oh my god, your art would be perfect at like a convention." I'm like, "Yeah, I agree with you." Problem is, you know, to get into a convention to table there, they want like $800 for the weekend, and after, you know, hotel and travel fees and food and everything else, plus that table fee, it's just not profitable. I'd be in the red. I'd be in the red. I just don't understand how it's profitable for people. You did a Sylveon cosplay, right? Yeah, it was a quick little thing that I threw together. It wasn't like anything crazy. Just made some like felt ears and a felt little tail. The little like, you know, the bow and the ribbons. Um, but it was a quaint little cosplay. Okay, I think the line art for this is done. This looks good. Like, I don't want to, like, overdo the line art, right? Might add, like, a little extra wrinkle in the fabric here, maybe. I have to erase this, though. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, well, I guess I can black color it now. Blue Shiro and Z will be joining for Otafest. Something around Calgary I'd love to show you. I've never been to Canada. The closest I've been is Ohio. So, like, I could see Canada over Lake Erie, but I've never touched foot on the Canadian soil. One of my like trips that I want to do eventually is I want to go to like all the like major national parks around the country. So like, very much want to go to Niagara Falls, and I've heard that the best view of Niagara Falls is actually on the Canadian side of the border. So eventually, I'll have to make a trip to Canada for that specifically. Um, but I'm thinking if I do a trip to Niagara Falls, then it'll probably be encompassed more in so of a trip to New York City. Because, look, I know those places are not the same place, but it's close enough. You know, it's a couple hour drive, which for an American is nothing. um, so I would probably do a trip to Niagara Falls, spend a couple nights in New York City, see Coney Island, you know, all the typical touristy stuff, and just, you know, have a whole like vacation of it. But right now, vacations are not in the budget. As much as I would love for them to be in the budget, they are not in the budget. I'm taking a small trip to Las Vegas at the end of this month, but Las Vegas is only one state away, so not very far, and not nearly as expensive as a trip across the country or across to another country. It's like my main goal right now, save up for a trip to Japan. Like that's my dream right there. Gotta go to Japan. Gotta go to Japan. I am so dying to go to Japan. And I know a couple people who are going to Japan in the next like few months, and I'm like, you bastards. Why are you not taking me with you, and why are you not paying for me to go with you? Like, you should just like be cool and like do that. Cause like I want to go to all the Japanese Pokemon centers and do all the Pokemon stuff that is in Japan, obviously. But I also want to just do the like typical like Japan stuff. I want to see all the cultural stuff. I want to see Mount Fuji. I want to go to onsen. I want to do like all the like cool cultural stuff. So it's like it's very high on the bucket list, Japan. Very, very high on the bucket list. I just need to start earning an income for my art, right, guys? And then I can have lots of money, and then I can go on a trip like every year or so. That'd be great. That'd be super, super great. I also want to go to Africa. Another bucket list item for me is I want to do an African safari on horseback, which, you know, sounds dangerous, but how cool would that be, right? How freaking cool would that be? it would be absolutely freaking awesome. So, you know, who knows? Someday. Someday I'll go to Africa. Someday I'll do a lot of stuff. Just takes time and money to eventually get there. Kind of want to plan to go to Japan in 2027. Hopefully we can line our trips for them. I mean, maybe. You never know. 2027, that's 2 years away. Might be doable. Might be doable. I have to, like, think about, like, what time of year I want to go. Because it's like, you don't want to go to Japan in the wintertime because it's way, way too cold. And you don't want to go to Japan during certain months because it's, like, way too busy and touristy. You gotta find that sweet spot. You gotta find that sweet spot. Would be cool if I could maybe align my trip with Pokemon Worlds. Like, maybe if they do Pokemon Worlds in Japan. Because, like, the last one was in America. I think the one before was also in America. And then the one before that was in Japan. But if I could go to Pokemon Worlds one day, that would also be so cool. I would freaking love to go to Pokemon Worlds. And I'm not, like, a big, like, TCG or competitive person. I just think it'd be a really neat experience. It's like, if I did want to go to Worlds, I should have gone to the last one, because the last one was in Anaheim, and that's, you know, a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live. But it wasn't in the cards for me. It wasn't in the cards. I did not have the time, money, or energy to go to Anaheim a couple months ago, whenever Worlds was. So, nope, couldn't do it. I feel like the saturation of this blanket is like, it's too blue. It's like way too blue, right? I'm gonna take the saturation down just a tad bit. Maybe also like change the hue a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. A little bit better of a color. Because I used like a very like light blue for this. I don't know. I could try to do a lighter blue. Crank up the brightness a little bit. That looks nice. Change the color of the mug too. It's a little less. Saturated maybe. I like the mug being red though, because like at that small scale you can like actually see it. It's a very contrasting color, so I think it works well. I'll make this color a little darker because it's in shadow. And then I have to add a shadow here. Oops. Something like this. And I'm gonna have to adjust this line now because it doesn't really match the shape of the shadow I'm going for, but You know, that's fine. Can make a little adjustments here and there. No biggie, no problem. Like a shadow here. I'm not good at cell shading, folks. Not my forte. But I try my best. Went to Japan in January, had a great time. Only the day I went to Universal, it was cold. I very much do want to go to Universal. If I go to Japan, I want to go to Universal because they have all that One Piece stuff. I think that'd be very fun. Like, even though I can't understand Japanese, I still think it'd be a very fun experience. Because, you know, One Piece, awesome. One Piece is awesome. Everything about One Piece is awesome. They had a One Piece thing at the Universal in California, and I didn't go, even though I wanted to. But again, I can only do so many like trippy things. I can't go on trips all the time. But they were having like I don't know, just like a whole bunch of stuff where they had like a Harry Potter night, a One Piece night, like it's like that is awesome. I love that. Wish I could have gone. I very much want to go to Epic Universe too, which is like the new Universal Studios in Florida. I think that'd be super cool. We plan to go to Kanto Park at the very least. Oh yeah, they are doing the Kanto Park thing. Is that going to be open by the time like 2027 rolls around? I have no idea when that thing is going to open. I did forget about that though. It's a good point. Okay, I'm going to bring up this so I can color pick my color for my tea. I have to make this a little bit of a darker orange. I'll have to play with the colors a little bit. Gosh dang it, I did not want to grab that. I hate accidentally grabbing my little taskbar thing from the side of the screen. It's like, I think there is a thing to like lock my layout in place. I should use that. Hold on. Window. Workspace. Can I lock? Register workspace or quick access. There's gotta be a way to lock it. Show all palettes. No, I'm not seeing. You know, I'm not seeing a lock feature. I'm sure there is one though. I'm sure there is, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm going to just do... Maybe I should like do like a more saturated like red color. I'll have to kind of mimic what I did in my stream overlay to like get that like liquid look. For now, that's fine. It doesn't really look like tea though. It doesn't really look like tea right now, but I can fix it later. Also, I probably should have put the cell shading on a different damn layer than the, you know, actual flats that I did, but, you know, whatever, I'm stupid, so. That's fine, that's fine. That'll be good enough for now, honestly. I don't know, maybe, you know, maybe. Maybe just get rid of the cell shading for now. I don't think it looks good. I can play around with it a little bit later, but I don't like it right now. That's good enough. Did you hear your response with the Kanto Park suggestion? Oh, I was saying I don't know if Kanto Park is going to be open by 2027. I don't remember the timeline for it. That is what I said. I'm sure it will be. That seems like enough time. But you know, you never know. They're supposed to be building a Mattel theme park here in Arizona. That thing's been on the docket for a couple of years now. Still isn't finished. It was supposed to be finished in 2025. Not finished at all. There's sections of the roller coaster. You can see it from the freeway. Sections of the roller coaster that are still missing that have not been put together for years. Like, you know, maybe the Japanese are better about getting projects done. Maybe. Hey, I think the line art for this is pretty damn done, though. Again, I'm gonna have to really work on color grading this and working on finer details, but for now, I think this is good enough. Good enough for me, at least. I'm pretty satisfied with this. So I'm just gonna say good enough. And I'm gonna work on a different one now. Maybe work on the wave. Maybe work on this crying one. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it, man. I like looked up some like water reference images to try to like see if maybe I could get something to work a little bit better for the crying emote. I'm just not feeling, cause like this is the old one, right? This is the old one, and I like it well enough, but I feel like there's so much more I could do with it. Where are my sketches? I had sketches. Ah, here we go. Yeah, see, like, I have a couple different crying emote versions. Like, I have this one, which I like the big emotions on the face, This one is very cute too, just because it has like the like anime wobbly eye like look to him. This one he's just laying on the floor in a puddle of his own tears. This one is also very cute. Um, but like, you know, we got some ideas. I also like this one with the disco ball. I think this one would be great for an animated emote, just to have it like pulsating like rainbow, and like maybe it like flips back and forth. You know, simple animation stuff, but a very cute idea. And he'll be like more chibi in this instead of like fully drawn like my other emotes. The thinking emote could also be. I don't like the anatomy of how I drew this, but the idea is there. Um, it could have the like animation of the think thing, you know. But there's a lot of different ideas here, you know. We gotta do the bathtub one still. That's on the docket. I just have to figure out like exactly like how I want to do that. Um, but yeah, you know, ideas, chat. The ideas are there. Alright, I am going to get up for a small moment and get myself some water because I drank all the water I had on my desk. So, BRB chat, I am going to get some agua. You know, I'll write it on my screen too, just in case. BRB chat. BRB. Alright, I'm back. See, I wasn't gone too long. Just long enough to make you guys miss me, right? But yeah. I really need to think of like some more emote designs. I kinda wanna work on this one if I'm being honest. Like this I like this idea a lot. I very much like this idea. Paste. What the? I copied. Excuse you. Oh, I was not on the right layer. So that's probably why I didn't copy. Here we go. Copy. Paste. Perfect. Freaking perfect. It's just an emote about breaking the law and getting clean. Yes. For those of you who don't know, it's illegal to have a donkey in a bathtub for some reason. Don't know why. Just one of those weird on the books laws. But that's what it is. I also feel like for this emote, I feel like he has to have like his like arms like up in, like this, you know? Maybe he has like a sponge, you know? That might be too much detail for an emote, but I think it'd be cute. Then we gotta have the rubber ducky. I mean, come on, come on. It's just such a cute little idea. It's such a cute little idea. There is also like we could do just like a more simplified emote maybe. Have it like less detailed, but you can have like more in the image. So you have like the bathtub, and you have like the shower thing coming up like this. And then you can have like the water coming down. And then he'd be like, Donkey would be in here. Have his like little shower cap on. I don't know, like, in theory I want him like scrubbing his back with the freaking like thing, but I don't know how that works with his anatomy. I honestly, like, he has hooves, like that doesn't work. Or maybe, yeah, maybe we just have it like this. Maybe we just have it like this, and then it's like he's like washing like his armpit of like soap bubbles coming up out of the bath, maybe running over the bath side a little bit, you know, some soap bubbles coming up. I just feel like that is like it's like way too small for an emote. Like, I don't know if that all that detail can be captured. It's a funny idea though. It doesn't look like he's doing it out of spite. You know, you're right. He is breaking the law, so he should be like upset and like he's gotta be like emo about it, like yeah, like that. Okay, well, I want to work on this one. I think this is a really cute, silly idea, and I want to work on this one. Have the disco ball like that. I kind of like. I'll make the disco ball a little smaller. I kind of want to have this like very stylized in a way that I don't know if I can pull off, but we'll see if I can make it happen. Gotta make it happen, Captain, you know? It's like I really just want to make this super simple. Like, you know how sometimes when you're watching anime, it'll like it'll jump from like the fully rendered like normal animation to like the little cute little chibis. That's what my vision for this is. The vision is there. Can I accomplish said vision? Different story. Different story entirely. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's something about it I don't like. Let's make this a little more of a taper. Nice little taper, you know? Should I have like his tongue in here? Or should I leave it blank? No, I like the tongue. Yeah, we'll keep it. This emote is gonna be very lazily drawn, but at the same time, adorable as hell. So, you know, win-win. It's a win for me, because it's not going to take me as long to draw. It's a win for the audience, because it's going to be adorable as hell. Win all around. Maybe make this a little less thick. Yeah. Then I can probably just copy and paste. Flip it over. Use it for the other side. Kinda like that. Okay. This is I'm actually loving it. I'm actually freaking adoring this. I do need to draw like the disco ball stuff, which I'm not super excited about, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. We can just kind of approximate. Disco ball look. It's good enough. It's my motto lately. Good enough, good enough. I feel like no, I don't like the. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like the sphere. It has to come out. Round. Like that. Oh, why is this difficult? What does a disco ball look like? It's like way too round. Which, you know, I understand it's a disco ball. It's meant to be round. But you gotta like follow the curvature. It's a little better. Slightly better. I still think like the curves are too droopy. You know, maybe I'm just not meant to draw this right now. That sometimes life tells you no. You just gotta accept it. It's like this is supposed to be like a small silly drawing anyway. Like, why am I worrying about perfection? Because it's me. Let's be honest. The answer is because it's me. That's the answer to all my problems. But you know, we persevere anyway. I continue drawing cuteness because I can. Maybe like a 14 maybe? 15? Guess we're doing 15. And again, I am just incredibly challenged by drawing Max's hair. How many times have I drawn this little donkey friend, chat? Too many to count. And yet, still have trouble drawing this little man's hair. This is good enough though. He is adorable. You know, I am gonna say he do be adorbs. He do be adorbs. I think the anatomy is a little weird though. I think I might move some stuff around. I feel like his hair needs to be up and back a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks better. I'm just gonna copy and paste the ear and then just move it kinda where I want it. I love cheating at art, chat. I love it. Art cheating is so good. Don't we love cheating? I love cheating. I feel like I'm gonna have to, when I do my animation class, I'm gonna have to find a lot of shortcuts for doing art because I am just so incredibly slow at drawing, and animation takes a lot of time and effort. So I'm gonna have to either get faster, like literally, in the words of Hornet from Silksong, get good! I gotta get good, or I gotta find some other solution. be fun to do some animation though. I've tried animating in the past with little success. Very little success. Like, definitely, there's areas to be improved, let's say. It's like, most of my stuff that I've tried to do is very, simple stuff. I did a walk cycle once, but the walk cycle was very rough. It's very rough animation. I don't like how his hair is looking right now. Maybe like this. Yeah, if you guys want to see some of my animations, you could probably find some of it on my Tumblr or my Twitter account if you scroll far back enough, but it's not really worth looking for, I'll be honest. They're not great. Like, a lot of my animation stuff has been like 2-frame animation. And, you know, that's barely animation. Like, so barely animation. Like, it'll literally just be like, the animation will like be like, oh, I'm drawing a horse and he's gonna walk by like me drawing it like this, and then the second frame I'll just take that same thing and I'll change the legs and I'll make it like a little shorter down. Like that. So it'll just be like, that's it. That's literally, that's how I animate, guys. 2-frame animation. Gotta love good old 2-frame animation. I do want to put his tail in here, but let me cheat. let me just cheat a little bit. Let me get a reference of this man's tail. I feel like I don't want it to be like as curved. I don't want it to be like super big. I'll try this. We won't like curve it out as much. I don't like it. Gosh dang it, I don't like it. You know what, this might just be good enough. Might just be good enough. Let me grab some colors here. Color in his little belly. Color in his ears. What we gotta do is facial markings. Maybe I should just use an ellipse for this. Kind of get it to be symmetrical, you know? And I can edit it as desired. I think that's good. To erase the extra. You know, initially in Max's design, like his belly markings like also like kind of came up into like his armpits a little bit. But for simplicity's sake, I just don't draw that anymore. I feel like it's just not necessary for his design. Happens a lot, you know, in animation and such, where it's just like, you know, this is not needed here. We don't need to draw this. And I need to learn that stuff if I'm going to learn animation. I need to learn what's necessary. Okay, do I have... Yeah, give me your tongue color. Then I'll just approximate the inside of the mouth. Oh, you know, I didn't draw his eye markings. That's important. He looks naked without them. I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit here. I think I'm gonna pull his eyes back a little bit. And this needs to actually be on the eye marking. And we will copy, paste, reverse. Copy, paste my best friend. Oh, I'm not erasing. I'm drawing. Oopsie. I was wondering why that was acting all weird. That'd be why. That'd be why. Oh, he's so cute. He's so happy. he danced. He go yay. See, it, like what I want to do is I want to animate it so it goes like this. He goes yay. He just flips back and forth. That's what I want. That's what I want. And then the disco ball will have to color in at some point too. Which will be mostly a white color, but you know, we'll have to draw in all the little squares and stuff too. I think that's good though. I think at a small scale, like, you can see what's going on, and then I'll have to add like the light beams and stuff in the background, and yeah, I think that's very cute. I think that's very cute. Okay, well, you know, I think that's good for today. I think we've done enough art to satisfy my art needs for the day. I have to go make dinner, and then I have to go work on my actual art stuff for my classes. So, unfortunately, the stream will have to come to an end, but we made progress today. We drew a little happy dancing little guy, and then we drew the, where is it? This one. We drew this one too. So we did stuff today. We did stuff today. But yeah, I think that'll wrap us up for the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in joining more art streams, I stream here every Monday and Wednesday. I also stream on my alt channel if you want to catch some gaming live streaming. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at Game Lobby 1337. So if you want to stay up to date on when I go live and all things Oscar Darla and Game Lobby, join the Discord. I always post when I go live on Discord, so you'll never miss a stream if you're in on that Discord. Make sure to also join the live streams and the socials. You know, follow me. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky. I post on all the platforms, so drop a follow if you will. My commissions are also open, so if you want some cute little emotes like this, check out my commission sheet. I also have a shop where I sell stickers, prints, and all kinds of other things, so check all the stuffs out. But for now, I will bid you all adieu, as I must go. But thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, guys.